Am I live? Somebody put something in the comment. Am I live? Can you see me? Oh my gosh, there's a million comments. Hey, welcome everybody. So this is end of the year kind of appreciation. Oh, do you see? Can anybody put some? Somebody put something in the comments that you can hear me. Otherwise, I hit go live. Anybody? Did I call? Did No Solution say that he wanted the mold? Oh my gosh, I'm I'm kind of running around, kind of nervous. So okay, you can hear me. Great. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so this whole show is basically appreciation for the YouTube community. I've been doing YouTube about a year and a half, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to give back to so many of the wonderful people out there. I have two people waiting in the wings. They're going to jump on and show something that they've gotten from some member of the YouTube community. That's how we're going to start the show. Then I'm going to go into just giving away some things. But if anybody would like to jump in later and show off something that they've gotten as VCLT, or that's what they call it in the vinyl community. But if it's just anything that you got from another vinyl, I'm sorry, YouTube member, let's do it. So we're going to first get Larry's library up here.
Hey.
Welcome.
Yeah, good to be here. So, the thing I got to show is this. This is Scene of the Crime. Is that working? Yeah. This is one of the very earliest Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips crime books they did. It's been out of print forever. And Mary M. gifted this to me of Mary M.'s Bookstagram. And I thought that was awesome. And I loved it and really appreciated getting this.
I don't have it. Like you said, yeah. It was before Kill or Be Killed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very early.
That's the one that I have, like the first one. So, wow, what a great gift. So Mary joins us on your live stream, which is the first Saturday of each month. Is that correct?
Yeah, and she's on every Thursday with my daughter on the Comic Slayer channel.
Mm-hmm.
So they do a collab there that's really interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to have to put links to those after this posts.
Cool.
So thank you, Larry. I'm going to go ahead and remove you.
Have a great stream.
Thank you. And I'm going to add Sleepy. Take the stage, Sleepy.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
Nice hat.
I just got a gift from Bullseye Bob, one of my best friends in the comic book community. I don't know if you can see it on this screen. It's the Invincible Gene Colan. It's the Marvel art book of Gene Colan.
That's
you're too young to remember who Gene Colan is, right?
I know him, and I never liked his
Rob
art,
Liefeld,
but I liked that book.
So he gave me this book just yesterday. Part of me likes to open Christmas presents on Christmas Day, but we opened our presents for each other yesterday. So I spent all night last night just going through this book. So it shows lots of covers he did and pages, and has very short little essays about different things he did. Plus, most interestingly, a lot of pencil sketches of his scattered throughout. And then they have someone who inked his commission. Like, they found people with commissions and they inked it after the fact, I guess. So anyway, this is a fantastic gift. I'm trying to find a good page to show you guys. Like there's a commission, a penciled commission, and then they got an inker to come in and ink it there.
Wow.
So anyway, that was a great gift. Bob knew that Gene Colan is one of my favorite artists. And he lucked out that I didn't already have this book because I have so many books already.
Okay, so Metarod said his work on Tomb of Dracula was perfection. So this is what I want to say. As a kid, I thought his artwork on Tomb of Dracula was abysmal. It was horrible. But he's one of these.
It's very cloudy and messy in a way, but in a good way.
Like he's got arthritis all the time or something. So he's one of these artists like Jack Kirby that I did not appreciate as a kid. and I've grown to like him more. So that I know that's very controversial, but that is a gorgeous book.
Well, Larry and Metarog, Roger, both agree that with the Gene Colan. Do you want to say hi to all the people in the chat? Aren't you going to be giving stuff away to people in the chat?
I am. Is that what a host is supposed to do? Like say hi to everybody?
Acknowledge people in the chat, and that
Oh,
I don't know.
wanna do
That's
that.
usually
like
a good thing to do,
1,000 of them.
especially since this is about you and the community, right?
Oh, how do I know how many people? Oh, there's 16. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, there's Gary B. Gary B, thank you.
Hey, Gary.
Metaraj, is that Metarog or Metaraj? Morton Ostad. And you know
We
what?
call him Metarog, but his name is Roger.
And Morton, I'm not actually sure how to pronounce your name, and he's a stickler. He makes videos when I pronounce things wrong. So imagine if I mispronounce his name. There's Paulo Costa. Wow. He's written a comment about Gene Colan. Pie face. There you go, pie face. Are you gonna whip your hair around? I need you on screen if you're gonna do that. Elleners. Who else I missed? So Larry, Donald Rex. He said happy holiday.
Donald Rex is a great collector from Texas.
There is a Guz 69. So sorry, we want to go back to Donald Rex. Go ahead and talk about Donald.
No, I'm just saying he's a great guy. He has a great channel. Collects widely in comics.
Awesome. You know, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with this channel. Donald, am I sub to you? If not, I'm going to do that right after this stream.
His channel's fairly new.
Oh, okay. So Guz69, he is the one that remember oh gosh, I got to get used to this. The camera, I'm doing this on my iPad and the camera is all like it's off to the side. So he's the one who collects skulls. So I got a whatnot, a buyer, and he put this in one of his packages. I guess this is his group. So he's got a debut album. So that's going to you, Guz. I already have that for you. All right, who else? Taki616.
Taki has a great
James
channel.
Abel. Who else? No Solution. Oh, yeah. How did I mix up No Solution with This Is Music? I guess I did that before. So No Solution is ready for some mold. Black mold.
Is that what you're giving out today? Mold?
I was actually we were laughing because I was thinking of sending it to him and he's that comic book and passing it on from person to person until finally someone throws it away. But I thought it's kind of dangerous. It is toxic. Like I was coughing for about 2 hours after I handled that book. So
I'm glad you threw it away.
I threw it away. Sorry. But we were going to send it to Pie Face first. Sorry, Pie Face. We were going to get you. All right. I think I got it. Oh no, Katya Morañez or Morais, probably something like that. So she and Guz69 are coming here from Brazil. So that's awesome. Thank you. Is it Morais? I think. Not great at pronouncing those things. All right. Mary M joined. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of Sleepy. Bye, Sleepy. You can come back later.
Can I give you one more piece of advice?
Give it to me.
Put that stream, since remind people what you're doing every so often because new people are going to be coming in.
Yeah.
And put the StreamYard link in the comments every 10 or 15 minutes.
Definitely.
So that people will be able to get to it because it'll be gone, in the
that's true.
roll.
So hold on. I got to remember how to
do that's my advice. You can get rid of me if you want. I'll cry the rest of the show.
No, you can come back later. I can't even remember how I got the stream link. Invite.
You probably still have it in your buffer. You could just paste it in again.
Well, that's true. I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. Oh wait.
That's what the people who really know what they're doing do. They repaste the StreamYard link every so often so that people can find it.
I just tried it. I'm gonna have to do it in a little bit. Anyways, let me get rid of you. Bye, Sleepy. So, right. Sleepy's right. So this stream is all about giving back to the community and to remind people of what a vibrant community that we have and so very giving. So I'm going to start with something that I offered Gary B, the casual comic guy. And I don't know if you ever said yes or no. And so I went ahead and added it to my list of giveaways. So I have this Conan Savage Barbarian written by Roy Thomas. It's kind of like a coffee table book. It's just like an overview of his career, his comic book adventures with, you know, different art and stills from different periods, and it's kind of like informative, but it is a pretty book. So what I'm going to have to do is there's a lot of like running pieces, right? So I'm going to ask that if you want something, I should have explained this before, go ahead and like put it, like type Conan in the comments. And if more than one person wants it, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to think of a number between 1 and 100. You'll put the number in, and whoever gets closest to it, I'll hold up the number, and then whoever gets closest to it will win it. Conan never looks so ugly. And hey, it's got a foreword by Todd McFarlane. Oh, he does have it. Okay, thank you. Conan. All right. So the first person I have is Canadian Survivalist. Does anybody else want this book? Otherwise, I'm giving it to Canadian Survivalist. Oh, by the way, I need to mention this banner. So go ahead and write down my email address. That's how you're going to have to get me your address so that I can send you these things. I'll put that up, excuse me, periodically. So yeah, that's how you're going to have to send me. And if you could, because there's so much going on, just remind me what you got. Yeah, that would help, because what if I forget something? All right, here we go. Let me go back to the comments. So I guess Canadian is going to get it. Canadian Survivalist. All right, so there you go. You got the first thing. I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay, next. Dollar Store Star Wars folder. Now, who doesn't want this? Gorgeous. My favorite record that I picked up this year. I can't lie, because in another video I stated that it was Linda Ronstadt Live, so I have to stick with that. Does anybody want this? Don't worry if you don't want it. Some of the stuff is junk. That was from the dollar store. Next, I purchased this Shadowhawk Chronicles Volume 1, and it's a big thick book, but I didn't realize it's newspaper type, and I didn't want it. So if anybody would want this for free, it is almost like the first 18 issues of the Shadowhawk series. Let me know in the comments if you want it. Just type Shadowhawk. Next, I have Iron Fist, the Living Weapon, the complete collection, Kare Andrews art. Or maybe the writer, I don't know. So if anybody would like that. And next, I have 2 volumes of the Superman Death of Superman. It's volume 5 and volume 4. Unfortunately, I don't have the rest of them. But if you want to track them down, they form the symbol if you get all 5. And so this is Superman Doomsday and The Return of Superman. If anybody would like those, let me know. No takers on that. All right, we are going to move to some CDs. I'm going to try to show like 3 to 5 of each. So the first CD I have, they're not in cases, is Radiohead, The Bends. If anybody would like that CD. It's actually good. I don't like Radiohead too much, but I do like this one. Nope. Dang, you're a tough crowd. Next, I have Doolittle by the Pixies. No, you don't have to pay for the shipping. Especially not you, Martin. I'll send it to you. The only one I'm worried about is Canada. because everyone's talked about how Canada, it's like so horrible to try to send things to Canada. Now I'm scared. Is it cheaper to send it to Europe than Canada? So nobody wants. All right, Canadian, you want the Superman? Do you know what, Canadian? Would you just put it in the email? Thank you. Elon, which one? Do you want both? Because I'm going to show more. You want both CDs? So No Solution, Pixies. Do you want to battle it out, you two? So, or Canadian gets one and... All right. You know what? Instead of me writing it all out, would you guys just go ahead and send me an email with what you got? The next one we have is The Breeders' Last Splash. Now, this one has a crease in the art where it was folded and put inside the booklet, but all the art is still there. If you're interested in that. And the last CD I'm going to show for now is Mama Said by Lenny Kravitz. You know what? I never really liked Lenny Kravitz, but I'll tell you this. He had some style. Oops, he's upside down. He actually really had a great style. I liked him for that. And this one has a couple of the hits. It Ain't Over Till It's Over. So anybody, if you want that, just go ahead and put it in the email. Okay, what am I going to go on to next? I am going to show a couple of videotapes. Now, I know this is going way old school, but I've been buying the classic collections for Universal Horror, and I usually get them in lots. And so I get a couple of extras every time I get a lot. So I do have about 5 or 6 of these. If anybody is interested in any of them, I love them for display like this. I mean, they look great on the shelf. So here we got House of Frankenstein. I have 2 Bride of Frankensteins. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. I got a lot of Frankenstein. The Mummy. And finally, Jungle Captive. This one's never been opened, I assume. I didn't pay that much for it. $3.99. I think that was the original sticker on it. So if anybody wants any of those, please let me know. Next, I'm going to show a couple of card decks. I'm going to break this in 2. I have 6 card decks to give away. The first one is a Star Wars playing cards, and they're unopened. Now, I like this company because of the beautiful tuck cases. The cards are nice too, but the tuck cases are actually really what it's all about. So if anybody would like that. Oh, who was the womanizer? I hope that wasn't me. Was it Lenny Kravitz? Womanizer. Sorry, I'm not good at sticking up with the chat. Yeah, I mean, CDs in many cases, you can find them cheap, 50 cents to $1. But these are just CDs that I had in my collection. They're sitting around, and I just need to free up space. Thank you, Pieface. So you want the Frankensteins. Good. Star Wars, Sleepy. Good. Star Wars. Thank you. Just remember to write it down, please, because I'm not going to... I was going to individually write everybody's name and stick it on a sticker, but I think that will slow everything down. If the woman... I don't know what that means. If the womanizer is slabbed. Okay, the next one. This one is like... I don't know why I bought this. Bearology playing cards. 52 fascinating bear facts. So every card has a fact of, sorry, the camera's wonky for me, has a fact about bears with some cartoons. This womanizer comment, it's going over my head. Sorry. All right. Next, how about some books? So as I've been buying some books, I've gotten a couple of doubles. So first off, let's start with this. So I bought this for my classroom, and nobody really appreciated it. I got this as a double. I actually appreciate it a lot more than the students because it takes the sonnet and it breaks it down, every single sonnet, and then puts it in Common English. And to be honest, the sonnets are very difficult to understand. So if anybody is interested in No Fear Shakespeare sonnets. What else? I have so this is the second card I got. And the reason I'm showing these is that the Whatnot community is actually really nice. There's a bunch of people on there, like when you get into the streams, they're so nice. So for example, if they get something and somebody else really wanted it, they don't hesitate to gift it to people. And so a lot of the streamers, of course, they're doing other things. And so this is, he's advertising his band and he's a seller. And not only do I have this, but somewhere here, I have here it is. So if anybody would like the patch that goes along with this group, so you'd get the postcard and the patch. Okay, so just let me know if you want that. Let's see, bear cards. Thank you, Henry. Just remember, send me let me go back to my banner. So remember, there's my email address. And somebody sent me a private chat. Let me read it. It was from Larry. He had to take off, which is, yeah, that's fine. All right. Guys, you want the patch too? Awesome. Okay. This one was handed out free at my school library, and I got 2 of them. I gave one to my husband, but it's just the cutest little Batman book, the Adam West. It's got like 10 pages in it, but it's just a lot of fun. So if anybody, I grabbed it for this live stream. I thought it would be a great thing to give away. It's the silliest little book, but I just thought it was so cool. All right. If anybody wants that, let me know. Let me get rid of this so I can free up some space. I recently got this. This is Cixin Liu's The Dark Forest, which is part 2, I believe, of what's it called? The 3-Body Problem. It's the sequel. Yeah, part 2. Now there's 3 parts. This is the second book only, but if somebody would like this for their collection, I'd be more than happy to send it to you. I don't have 1 or 3, and it does have a little bit of a bend here if that's something that would stop you from taking it, but otherwise it's in beautiful condition. Yes, Adam West. I think that book is so cute. All right. Oh no, see, Larry's still here. He just had to turn off his light. All right. The next one I'm going to show is going to be one of the big items. I've got just a couple of big items. Now, for me, a big item is only like, $15 to $20 item. But hey, I bought this and I didn't realize that I had bought a double. And so this is a Blu-ray Steelbook. And it is from the Studio Ghibli collection. I don't think this is the best movie, but I certainly really, really like it. But it's Ponyo. Now, if anybody would like this, let's go ahead and put that in the comments. So maybe I'll have to see who would like this one. And anybody interested in getting it actually has the Blu-ray and the DVD. And of course, it's got all the artwork. It's got the image on the inside. Blu-ray Steelbook. Anybody interested in that? Nobody's interested in my big ticket item. Oh, well, you can send it to me by email if you're interested in it. All right. I think I'm going to show a couple albums. Now, my albums, albums are hit or miss, right? Most of them are dollar albums. So if you want it, you want it. Guz, if you want that, then, I'll send it to you. So here, maybe I'll pick up one on each. Here we got George Benson's Live in LA. And this is a dollar album, but it's a great album, right? So here you got it's got the huge hit on Broadway on it. I think this live version became the hit. So if anybody is interested in George Benson, I've got a couple opera. Victoria de Los Angeles. If anybody's interested, I'm just going to show them. Kiri Takanawa. I've seen her live. She's got a beautiful voice. Yeah, you could see I bought it for 50 cents. Hey, this stuff is free. Here's a Jesse Norman, another singer, beautiful, beautiful voice. And three more. I have 3 Federico von Stott. If anybody is interested, I love these albums, but I need to clear up some space. But they're gorgeous albums. Okay, let me go ahead and look at the chat. At this time, let me get the link. If anybody would like to jump in, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Let me see if here we go. I'm sending it. There's a link if anybody would like to join in. Okay, if I see you coming to the bottom, then that means I know you want to come in. Okay, what am I going to do next? Let's get back to some graphic novels. Okay, so the next are some graphic novels from this collection. I don't know what they're called. They're just gold and black. I collected these for a while. They're beautiful hardcover books, but I just don't have the space for them. Let's see. George Benson is great. I don't know what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you. In fact, my husband said that I could not wear my jacket that I was wearing. He forced me to put this on so I would look presentable. Hi, Twanger. So I'm giving away stuff. So if you want anything, you just have to send me an email with the items that you wanted. Okay, so here is the Immortal Iron Fist, the last Iron Fist story. This collects Immortal Iron Fist 1 through 6 and Civil War Choosing Sides number 1. Next, we have the Young Avengers Sidekicks. And, we got Kang on the back. This collects Young Avengers 1 through 6. We have Ultimate Iron Man. And this collects Ultimate Iron Man 1 through 5. 2 more? No, that's a lie. 1 more. Here we have Fantastic Four by J. Michael Straczynski and someone else. And this collects Fantastic Four 527 through 532. Yes, the Sex Messiah. That was hilarious. And finally, I have a brochure given out free, but it's just like an overview of what's coming. I like these just to look through the art, if anybody's interested in that. Twanger, if you want the Fantastic Four, it's yours. Remember, you just send me an email of what you want. Okay, where am I going now? How about a Funko Pop? I have 3 Funko Pops to give away. So we'll start with 1. The first one is Darkseid. If anybody isn't, I wasn't sure if his name was Darkseid or Darkseid, but I think it's Darkseid. So he's actually pretty cool. But I have too many Funko Pops at this point, so I got to give up a few. If anybody is interested in Darkseid, he is yours. I will wrap him up in bubble wrap and send him to you. Okay. Wyoming Dave. Hey, bud. Where is he? Did he? Yep, there he is. And who else has joined since? Let me take Sleepy's advice. Did anybody else? Twanger joined. I said hi to Twanger. And he let me know that Wyoming Dave is in. Let me see. Anybody else? It seems good. All right. So let's move on to some more paperbacks. Let me grab 5. So this one I showed, I absolutely love this cover, but I have a double. This book is so good. If you don't own this, you're interested in getting familiar with Ray Bradbury, this is the one to start with. It's gorgeous, gorgeously written. I actually haven't read a lot of Bradbury except for some of the short stories, but I've read this. This is gorgeous. So if anybody, and not only that, it's got a gorgeous cover. So remember, if you want this, send it to me. Next, I have two Edgar Rice Burroughs. Now, the first one I got a replacement copy of because it's hard to see, but there's a lot of speckling on the front cover. But if anybody wants that, please let me know. Hey, we have a guest. Paulo, do you want to jump in? Let me go ahead and add him. Oh my gosh. Somebody's calling me. Let me turn that off. Sorry, I'm going to add Paulo. Hello.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
Nothing. Do you want to share something that you got this year from a YouTube member, or you just want to say hello to everyone?
I might as well say hello. I'm not at home right now, so I can't show stuff. But I did buy a couple of interesting items this year. I don't know how familiar as you are with European comics, but a guy who has worked in the past with Alejandro Jodorowsky, George Best. I know that two of his books are available in English. And I had already bought the first one, which is an graphic adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. And this year I got the Portuguese edition of his adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all black and white.
You don't have it to show, huh?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, that
Man,
would be beautiful.
it would be, but I do have it in a fairly recent video. So and I do show the interior art, because George Best uses a lot of negative space when working in black and white. And since this is long form, he has room for ambient scenes. But the thing about in Dracula, he's telling more of a story, because the story is narrated by Quincy Harker, by Harker, and so that ends up being more of an adventure story, bit of a mystery going around, because there are times when you feel Dracula but he's not showing up. But in Frankenstein, it's definitely a more personal thing. You follow the monster throughout the story, and you're always getting in his head, and Best does his best to portray the emotion that the monster feels throughout the story.
Wow. So so this is a European book. Do you think it's available in the United States?
I know there's an English language edition. I'm not sure if it's physical or if it's digital, because Europe Comics has a bunch of things that they have the rights to, but they stopped doing physical editions a couple of years ago. And it's understandable, because those things are expensive. The problem with European graphic novels, because they're oversized, they're expensive when you adapt them to the US market. Also has to do with the printing technology, because it's set up for certain sizes, and you don't have that size normally set up in the US. But I know that those are available. So if you try to find George Best, you're gonna.
Is that Best? George.
George with an S at the end, and then Best, Bess.
Oh, Best. All right, I typed it out into the chat. George Best, if anybody's interested in that. Now, I know a lot of the viewers here, they're very interested in physical media, obviously, but if that's available, awesome. But if a lot of people are jumping into digital, and I bet that would be beautiful to see anyway. So I know I need more exposure to more European art and comics for sure. So cool.
And Best's third adaptation is already available in France, and it's the Hunchback of Notre Dame, directly adapted from the novel by Victor Hugo.
Wow, it does.
So it won't look like any.
Really, really interesting. Yeah. Oh, Sleepy says that it's available on In Stock Trades right now. So that means it is being put out into the American audience, because In Stock Trades is mostly, I think, for the United States. I think, wow. Thank you so much. Now, wait. before you go, did you get anything this year that you're like super proud of as a gift? You probably bought that one for yourself from a
I bought
YouTube
the
community
yeah
member.
no, because I'm in Europe. I never I never enter any contests because mostly when they're giveaways, they pay for shipping in the US, but it is expensive to ship outside the US. And me being in Europe, I know that I'm not going to make people pay for shipping, so I never really get any gifts. Although I can sometimes get some comics not free but relatively cheap because we have a monthly dinner party for comics fans every the first Tuesday of every month, and and people always bring in some of the things that they want to get rid of, and you can buy a raffle. It's 75 cents for each raffle, so there's always a chance to come back home with something.
Okay, so Sleepy's right, because there's so many people who watch me, like so many, like I've got millions of viewers, but there's a lot of people in Europe who are sending packages back and forth to each other. So you need to get in on that. And so now Sleepy's right. We all have to send you something for the next year, so you have something to show off next year.
I was actually interested in that Shadowhawk book, but I know that thing is big, and now sending it over to Europe. I know I'm not going to insist on that. No.
Well, you know what? What I'll do if nobody wants it, I'll take it to the post office, and if it's reasonable, I'll send it. If it's not, I won't. That's what I'll. You know what? We'll see. You know, because I've sent some things overseas before, and it really isn't, you know, that big of a deal. It's Christmas, so if you really want it, I'm going to send it to you.
Awesome, thank you. Because I don't know how familiar you are with the rest of Valentino's work. I do have his Marvel's collections of his Guardians of the Galaxy stuff from 1990 to 1991. That was pretty interesting. But there's something that came out in the late 90s. Unfortunately, he stopped publishing after number 6, and I have a trade paperback which goes from number 1 to 5. It's called A Touch of Silver. It's a semi-autobiographical comic, and a 10-year-old kid in the 60s growing up, and his home life is not very good, and so he escapes into the world of comics. But since Valentino can show the Marvels and DCs, he gets to show the Big Bang characters as DC stand-ins, and the 1963 characters from Alan Moore's 1963 as Marvel stand-ins. So it's kind of fun that way.
So Gus is asking, are you from Portugal?
I am, yeah.
What city are you in?
In Setúbal. It's a harbor town in the Lisbon metropolitan area.
Wow. We all want to go there right now. We'll each bring you a comic if we could stay at your house.
Cool. I'll take you to the You can try the local specialty, fried cuttlefish.
No, there's this wine there with all these some kind of cherries or something in it, and I saw it on TV once, and I absolutely want to try that.
Yeah, ginginha. Yeah.
Yes.
You can buy it. You can buy it everywhere.
That's what I want. So I'm gonna thank you, and I'm gonna say goodbye. How do you do that? How do you do that? Without just getting rid of somebody. Okay, so you all heard my phone go off. My daughter's at the door and she's locked out. Frank, are you watching this? You said you were going to watch it. You need to let Lupe in. That's what that was about. And so I had to turn off my phone because the ringer was on. All right, I'm going to get back to giving out some stuff. What am I going to give? Let's look at some more graphic novels. I'm going to pull these. So the first one that I have is The Greatest Superman Stories Ever Told. This is actually a really gorgeous book, but I'm at the point in my collection where I can't have these overviews. So basically, it's just different comics from different periods in Superman's career. It is a gorgeous book, right? But it's just, this isn't a type of book that I can have anymore, but I just don't have the space. So if you're interested in that, this would be a great gift for a kid, right? If you know somebody who would want that. The next one is very much the same. So this is actually even nicer because this is, I think, the 75th, 80 years of the Boy Wonder Deluxe Edition. This is a gorgeous book. And it's just different Robin comics from throughout Robin's career. And let me see if this has a wraparound cover. It does. It's just different comic books. It's a gorgeous book if anybody wants it. All right. And finally, in this batch, we have Batman The Dark Knight Strikes Again. So this is Frank Miller's famous run, but it's the second part. I actually don't think this is as good as the first part, but if you don't have it, this is a great addition to any library. So let me know if that is something you would like. Let's move on to some more albums. Let me get rid of, I have too much junk that I have to like move around. Okay. Next. Didn't I go through these? No. I had one more Jesse Norman. I actually almost wanted to keep this one because it's with John Williams and it is, you know, modern songs, pop songs. So I was thinking of keeping that, but man, I gotta get, you know, free up some space. Jesse Norman. So that was like, I don't know. I think there were a couple Jesse Normans. I have a Van Morrison album, A Period of Transition. And so I'm trying to get albums for their art, and Van Morrison is excellent, but I could have this on CD and not miss the album. If anybody wants that, Wyoming Dave, please send me that in an email. Let me go ahead and put that back up. Right. So remember, if you want something, please send it to me. Please send me your address and what you want. Like I said, I was going to write it down and stick stickies on it, but yeah. Here's another Frederica von Stade, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Another Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This one has writing on it. Although someone put their name, so it's not in mint condition. But if anybody would like 2 Blood, Sweat, and Tears albums, here's an 80s soundtrack. I got it for $1, and I don't think the sticker is going to come off. Now, this is a weird album because it just, like, here's the title, but it opens up over here, so you would expect it to be like this, but it's upside down. It's called Something Wild, so it's all over the place with the packaging. But it does have some really, really good artists on it. Let me tell you who's on here. If I could figure this out. David Byrne, Fine Young Cannibals, UB40, Oingo Boingo. I should keep it just for Oingo Boingo. I love them. Jimmy Cliff, New Order. So yeah, those are the people on that album. If you're into 80s soundtracks and you don't have that one. Okay, this one is a jewel from my collection. Cheap album, but it's a jewel, but I have a double of it. And so you know that I've been collecting these. Oh, I lost the comments. Hold on. All right, Henry S., it's yours. Send me that. We have a fight. Henry S. and Happy Hippie. They both want it. Okay, hold on. I wrote down a number between 1 and 100. Both of you put the number in the chat, and that's going to be the person who gets it. And I will hold up the number. Hi, DJ Trish. Oh my gosh. So this is a VC member that I am very thankful for. She embraced me early on, and she has sent me numerous packages. Thank you, DJ Trish. All right. So Happy Hippie. So you said give it to him? Okay. So let me know that. So I was on this. Cheap albums. I don't care. I love this gorgeous art. So if you're interested in this one does have some tape on the top. But if you're interested, this is the Respighi Deutsche Grammophon, Respighi Pines of Rome. So if you're interested in that vinyl, you can start your DG collection. Let me just go ahead and finish the albums. I've got this many more albums to show. The next two are Rick Wakeman. So if you're into prog rock, thank you. DJ Trish is awesome. I'm behind on your videos, but one day, this week, I will sit down and that's what I usually do. I just go through all of them at once. So Rick Wakeman, Journey to the Center of the Earth. So prog rock, awesomeness. Wait, what's that? Right. And then I also have Rick Wakeman, The Six Wives of Henry VIII. If anybody's interested in those. And just a couple more. Tom Rush. This is a little bit beat up. Ringwear. And then this one, I did not want this in my collection. I mean, who wants to look at that album cover? I don't want it. And then someone wrote $4.50 up here. I think that will come off though. But I mean, he's got some really important songs. So if you're interested, it's a double album, but it's in a single sleeve. So maybe it's a greatest hits or Alive or something. But if you can stand to look at that cover, it's yours. I didn't have to think twice about that one. I'm like, nope, you're gone. Okay, this is an album. This album is amazing. It's so good, but I have a double of it. Normally, I wouldn't give this one away. I love the cover. I love the art, but I bought two of them. So if you're interested, this is definitely worth it. I have three more. Okay, this is another one that I really didn't want to give away. I did buy it for 50 cents a long time ago, but I wanted to pay tribute because Gordon Lightfoot died this year. And so I wanted to give this album away because I have so many of his albums, and this is a best of, and I have another best of his one of his albums. I would love for someone to take this who doesn't know Gordon Lightfoot, and maybe you could fall in love with him, especially the song Canadian Railroad Trilogy. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that sticker can come off. All right, two more, and then I'm going to catch up on the chat. I have Mamas and the Papas. And finally, I think this one might be popular. We'll see. I have the Monkees. This is, I guess, one of their most famous albums. I don't know what the condition is. I'm not going to pull it out. But it's Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. So, yeah. I mean, I never listened to it. So I thought, why don't I just give it to somebody who might actually want it? Okay, Morton, thank you. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. I have about 12 minutes left. I want to end this in an hour. And so I'm actually going to go through a bunch of stuff a little bit more quickly. So let me get caught up on the chat. Poor Todd Rundgren. Yeah, sorry. Gore. I don't want. They could have done a better. Come on, couldn't they have combed his hair for the photo shoot? I mean, it's a photo shoot. You could see he's in the background. They could have combed his hair for that. Thank you, Twanger, for stopping by. I want Todd. Well, Happy. I think that's a perfect fit. So Todd definitely looks like a hippie. So you get Todd. Happy Hippie. He is all yours. Reed entered. Hi, Reed. Thank you for stopping by. I'm kind of overwhelmed. Like there's like so much going on to be caught up with everything. So I'm just going to keep going. All right. I still have a bunch of CDs to go through. I have tons of comics that I haven't gone through. I've got a bunch of cassettes, books. So I'm just going to start showing them. And remember, if you want anything, send me an email. If more people want it, I'll probably just have to make a decision. Like, for example, if somebody wants it and they only wanted 2 things and you want it and you have 5, then I'll probably give it to the person who only asked for 2. Sorry, I just will have to make a decision. So I'm going to start with a manga since I haven't shown one of these, and it's the only one that I have. I Am a Hero. I bought this one because it got great reviews, and I bought it, and the art is great. I started getting into it, and I just realized that I'm not going to start a manga collection, right? So if anybody is interested in this, I'm only giving it up because of space, and it's omnibus one, so it has the first two manga in it. I did enjoy what I read of it, so if anybody wants that, send me an email. Okay, let's go quickly. Edgar Rice Burroughs, I had a double of it, and let me cover this up. Can I cover up his? There we go, cover up his butt. If anybody is interested in that, yeah, just send me. So Elon, please just send me an email, right? And let me go ahead and put my banner back up. There you go. And I got this, the year's best horror. Now the reason that I'm giving this away is I got the full frontal art, and I don't want this version of it. I wanted, it has this picture but the whole thing, and so this is a double, but you know, horror stories. And then another one is the doll that I have a double of, The City Machine. If anybody's interested in that. I have two more books to go over. One is The Overlords of War by John Brunner. And finally, somebody's waiting to jump in, so I'll get you in 1 second. And this one is a beat up copy that, I mean, I don't even know if it's worth sending in the mail, but it's Silence of the Lambs. Great book. All right, Taki's in, so let me go ahead and add him to the stream. Add to the stage. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Kind of running through this fast, so I'm just like, ugh.
It's a lot to try to manage the chat and manage the giveaway and manage people jumping in and have a whole bunch of things going on at once. I totally get it.
And it's my first time, so I haven't learned to deal with all that. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So
do you prefer Garage Geek or do you prefer Dave?
I don't care. Either one.
All right. So Garage Geek. So I love your channel. Please try your best. Don't do, like, if you just do the Friday night chats, that would be awesome. Try to keep it up, because a lot of people just run out of steam after a while, and then you have to try to find somebody else. But I just like the variety of it, and I like your perspective of art, and that's the reason why I wanted to jump on and just kind of give you some encouragement from somebody that might be in the chat sometimes, somebody that might leave a comment sometimes.
Thank you.
My biggest pickup of the year, and I think you might like this. It's this very rare Jenny Frison book.
Wow. I love her.
So it's not one of her best, but it's like a very hard to find Frison cover. So
I don't have it. That's
yeah. If you you know what, you might have it, because being where this is an Emerald Comic Con, it was sold at the Comic Con in Seattle, so it might have made its way down to you.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. I always thought, like, if I was going to find it, especially in the wild, I'd have to go to the West Coast. So,
wow. Yep. I buy her stuff. I actually don't go to Comic Cons, which is a shame, right? But
I don't either. I'm still like buying stuff from, like, I might go to a local show, but I still buy a lot of stuff from different stores and online.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't download Whatnot. I knew better than that. Yeah, because I'd be in the exact same place that you're in if I would have done that. So that's
the bill came, and oh my Lord.
Yeah, when they first came out, I was like, nope, I'm not even. I have enough sources for comic books. I do not need another one, especially when I hear that it's as addictive as it is.
But you don't know what kind of deals you get.
I know.
But once you start, you can't stop. Like, I'm getting 10 to 20 cent comic books for $1 and $2. But having told you that, right, you're just you're spending so much money in the end. Like, don't do it.
And you have to. I mean, I have like, I got my collection. I've only been collecting for about 5 years. I have like 50 short boxes, and I have short boxes full of books I like, but I don't love. And that's what would end up happening with Whatnot, is I would end up putting, even though it's $2 a pop, I would end up putting, $100,000, $200,000 into books I really don't love.
You're smart. Don't do it. Well, I need to actually just turn
sometime. You should. Then you can say how smart I really am. I mean, they're not bad books to have. I mean, and we're not doing this. This doesn't make financial It's not supposed to
Yeah.
make financial sense. You know, when you
No,
go to a movie, you don't calculate how many times you've gone to a movie or eaten out or did something else for entertainment. It's all for entertainment. Even the buying and finding the books are part of entertainment. So I just chalk it up to that. So
no, it's true. It's all a way of looking at it. This is my hobby, but I'm actually overspending and I need to get it under control. I think like I have some kind of, I've never been addictive in personality, but maybe I am because like with this, yeah, it's like in the morning, the first thing is I open up Whatnot and I see, and it's like, I got to stop that. So don't download it, but
yeah,
you
won't.
know,
Trust me, I won't. The other thing, my last piece of advice: don't sell
Hmm.
your Hulk 180 and 181
oh, you don't think so?
because once you sell them, I don't think you'll be able to ever get them back.
No, I wouldn't, but it's like I have I have the like what do you call those, the facsimiles? I'm totally
Yeah.
fine with those.
I mean, if you don't have the sentimental attachment to them, I found a 180 in the wild when I was way younger. I mean, when I was collecting my first one as a teenager, and I unfortunately sold it like right away due to peer pressure, and I only sold it for $20. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't even know if it
Who
had
knew?
yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah. I had all the X-Men. I sold them all
Yeah.
for ridiculously cheap for 20 or 30 bucks to a comic
Yeah.
book shop because I wanted to go to a concert.
Yeah.
I'm like kicking myself. I don't even remember what concert it was.
And can you just imagine? So you still have the 180 and the 181, what you gave up for 20 or 30 bucks. But
Yeah.
I think everybody has a
Full run of the X-Men.
or yeah, I think everybody has a story like that of what happened to their childhood collection. So
I know. Sad. But anyways, thank you so much for
hey, no
jumping
problem.
on, and I love the advice and the encouragement. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for your uploads. I really appreciate them.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Hmm?
Take it easy.
Yeah. Well, that was nice. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be able to catch up with the chat. I really only want to do this in an hour, and I have 3 more minutes. So I'm going to run through some cassettes. Remember, if there's something that you want, you just tell me what the items are, and then send me an email. So I have some cassettes. Christmas Down Home. So this is hey, it's got some great people: Johnny Cash, Tanya Tucker, Jimmy Dean, Willie Nelson, and the best is Slim Whitman. Slim Whitman is on this, so you have to get this cassette. Christmas Down Home. I mean, look at that cover. Next I have 80s Greatest Rock Hits, Volume 2. Leather and Lace. So I don't know if you can see the people on there. Walk Like it's got Bangles, Pat Benatar, Joan Jett, Tina Turner, and more. If you're interested in that. Oh, I have card decks mixed in. So here is Discover Wilderness Survival, 52 survival strategies, all on different cards. Let me know. This one is a great one. When Harry Met Sally, Harry Connick Jr. This is such a great soundtrack. If anybody's interested in the cassette form of that. This one is for nostalgia reasons. Look at this. This is Bo Donaldson and the Haywards. Okay, it's got Billy Don't Be a Hero on it. But the reason I pulled this one out is look at the cassette case. It's one of these old, I don't know if they're called clamshells. These are like hard to find now. So if anybody's interested in that clamshell case, and it's blue, Billy Don't Be a Hero. 3 more. I'm going to knock this whole thing down. I have Birds of Prey playing cards. Did I show the Spider-Man deck? Oh, I don't think I showed this. So I don't want the modern art of Spider-Man. I bought this and it was all modern art. So if you're interested in the more modern art of Spider-Man, then you do want this card deck. I'm interested in the vintage art. I'm actually going to keep this one. I pulled it out to give it to my husband. And here I have they're transparent cards. If anybody's interested in those, they come in this plastic deck. I was into playing cards for a while. Back to some cassettes. Christmas Disco. Who does not want this gem in your collection? And look, a sultry looking Santa babe. The Christmas Disco, and it's by the Mistletoe Disco Band. So that means one band is playing all these disco songs. This is gonna suck so much. I don't know why I have this. It would be fun just to get it just because of that. But anyways, Christmas disco. Like how? Okay, Melissa Manchester. Surfing USA. So this is Jan and Dean, Beach Boys. There is a little bit of a crack right there, but it's basically an overview of surf songs. The Pointer Sisters' greatest hits, and Motown 16 number one hits the early 60s. And who do we have on there? Mary Wells, the Marvelettes, Smokey Robinson, Martha Reeves, Diana Ross. It goes on and on. 16. That's a pretty good cassette if anybody wants it. Okay, where am I? I got to finish this. All right. I didn't go through all the CDs. I'm going to go through them really fast. Okay, The Black Crowes. This one has tape on the cover, if you're interested in that. Oh, this one. Somebody please take this one. I don't want to throw it away, but I don't want it. It's Jimi Hendrix Blues. I can't get this in. I don't want this, but I can't throw it away. I mean, he's important, but I don't like him. So who wants Jimi Hendrix Blues? I can't even get it. I like that art on the cover. It was gifted to me. Someone gave me all their CDs. This is a good one. I have a double of it. Billie Holiday, The Essential. Billie Holiday, Volume 1. Quintessential. This is a great CD. I love the CD. It's Morrissey's Viva Hate, but I'm missing the back art. So it's only the CD and the booklet, but it's a great CD if you don't have this. Good for your car. Level 42, Level Best, a collection of their greatest hits. Rock and Roll Classics and Digital. This is Bobby Darin. I just don't like the cover of that. Like they should have put a picture of him on it. So I don't want it, but look, it's a career overview. Gin Blossoms, New Miserable Experience. Eddie Reader. A lot of 90s stuff I don't want. Here is Bad Company, 10 from 6. So it's like 10 songs from 6 albums, I believe. And yeah. Third World Reggae Greats. Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. This is like a landmark album. I don't like it because it's just fuzzy guitars to me. Rock On, Humble Pie. And the last CD is the Barking Tribe, Serpent Go Home. So if anybody is interested in any of those CDs, let me look around to see if there's anything that I missed. Oh, sorry, I have a couple more graphic novels. I have the hard cover of the first Why the Last Man. I have all of these in paperback, so I don't need this hardcover. Here's Batman Chronicles Volume 1. So this reprints Batman's earliest stuff in order. Right, so it's Volume 1. So if you want something from Batman's early career, Faith, California Screamin'. I have a double of this. It's actually really, really good. I like Valiant from this time. So if you're interested, want to try it out. This is Upshot Now. It's an overview of what Upshot was putting out at the time to try to get you interested. It is in like the newspaper form, no color. But it's got some like Garth Ennis. It's got some important people. And for example, I actually ended up buying these two. They're really good. So it's an overview. And last, I have East of West, Volume 1. If anybody's interested. Whew, I think I did it. The only thing I didn't show you was some comic books. So I'm just going to show you some of them. I got these Battlestar Galactica. Someone was selling them on Whatnot. And I was like, oh, you got Battlestar Galactica? I thought it was the original. And then he brought them out. And I was like, oh, I don't want those. And so he just gave them to me free, I think. Yeah, I don't want them. I got some comics that are a little bit beat up. In fact, what I'll probably do is I'll just throw a couple comics in everyone's boxes. But here's a Mickey Mouse. They're great reader copies or just to give to somebody. A Daffy Duck, 60 cents. This is a good one. I have a double of it. The New Teen Titans. It's the last actual issue before they changed to, excuse me, Tales of the Teen Titans. This one has got a little bit of a crease in it, but I just love that cover. Superman, the Man of Steel, another Superman. Ryan Michael Bendis. This is an overview of his Jinx world. Yeah, a lot of this is just 90s crap that I'm just going to throw in people's boxes. Yeah, I don't want them. New Defenders. This is a nice one. I love the art on this. Love it, but it's got a chunk missing. Some lucky recipient's gonna get that in their box. Stormwatch. I do not like 90s Image. Bunch of Supermans that are beat up. Yeah, that's it. I think I did it. So wait, did I show you? I have 2 more Funko Pops. So I have the Wasp, if anybody's interested in that Funko Pop. And I have black suited Daredevil. Now I bought this because I didn't have any other Daredevils, but this is after my collection, so I want the vintage Daredevil. And he's got like Wolverine claws on or something. I don't know. If anybody's interested in the black suited Daredevil. And I think that's it. I am done. I showed you everything that I'm giving away. Remember to send me an email. I'm quickly going to go through the chat, but I'm done. So this would be a good time for you to jump off. No Brian K. Vaughan, trigger warning, please. Did I show any Brian K. Vaughan? Gore Vidal? I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you for coming in, Gore. I've said before, your voice is like the best. Pie Face. He's talking to Scott Morton there. Oh, I hear somebody. Delphin Dale. If no one wants Batman, I wouldn't mind having that too. So Delphin, remember, just send me an email, all right, with what you want, and I'll figure it out. Metarog says, I'll take the Funkos. No, yay. Daredevil doing ballet. I'll take the Disney comics. In fact, Gary, I could probably throw you in. I could get you 5 or 10 more. Like I bought so many Disney comics, and some of them are just beat up. I don't mind just going ahead and I'll send them to you. Hi, Wyoming Dave. Don't forget to send me an email. And Merry Christmas, says Elon. Sleepy Reader and No Solution. I think I got caught up, but there's a bunch in the middle that I didn't. If anybody had something really important that they wanted me to read, would you go ahead and post it now? And I'm going to end this stream in about 1 minute. Thank you, Gore. I ran through this so fast. I didn't want it to be more than an hour, and I ended up just throwing everything at you. I didn't plan it, but I think I had too much stuff, right? And I honestly hope that you guys want this stuff, because otherwise I'm just gonna have to leave it out on the curb, right? For someone to come along and take, and people usually do take it. Thank you, Elon. Thank you, Canadian. Gary is saying hi to Sleepy Reader. I've spoken so much that I'm starting to cough. I need a cough drop. Guz69, thank you so much. Oh, I also want to point out, like as I said in my stream, Guz is doing a skull a day, right? And I mentioned that before, so you are getting that and the patch. So he's doing a skull a day with vinyl, and I'm going to try to support him. He's doing it on a blog, so I'm going to try to support him by doing a skull a week on my Friday night chats. And in my latest chat, I put the link to his blog, so please check that out. Thank you, Larry, so much. I'm glad the light is out now. And I didn't put on. James Abel, thank you, everyone. Paulo, thank you for jumping in and giving us that recommendation. And Gore Vidal is thanking Sleepy Reader for introducing him to my channel. Hey, I thank him too. Morton, I've loved getting to know you over the past, I don't know, I haven't been on subscribed to your channel for that long, maybe like 3 months or so. But in those 3 months, I really enjoyed watching your videos. And I'm going to have to say that Morton just put out his best video ever. Why? Because he mimicked Garage Geek and he did it in my style, and it's his best video he's ever done. He spelled Santa using 5 different types of media, including laser discs and DVDs. So thank you, Morton, for joining the Garage Geek way. Anyways, that was a great video. I really liked it. Mary, I'll see you in, I don't know, a couple of weeks, right? When we have Larry's stream. And I'm going to go ahead there and end the stream. I want to thank everybody, as always, for your support. And I want to thank everybody. I just said that, but I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. Thank you, everybody.